But yeah, I just want a house in Florida.
But why?
I don't know.
You don't have an answer to anything.
I just have a goal, so that's my goal. Like,
why is that the goal versus like paying for kids' college?
I think that it's because she gets all these ideas and from watching all this content and stuff and going, well, we're budgeting. If we pay all this off, we'll
You're not
do this,
budgeting.
that.
You're not paying anything off.
But we're not.
When you make the money, don't you make the money vanish? When you make the money, don't you make the money vanish?
Welcome to the channel. Today I'm putting the spotlight on this fella who is going to let his wife ruin him and his family financially because of his inability to exercise real masculinity in their marriage.
So what do we do for a living in Houston, Texas? We'll start with you.
I'm a flight attendant on the weekends, and I stay home with our 2 kids
During the weekdays.
Correct.
Okay. Well, okay. So very much part-time, I'm assuming.
Yes, but I am full-time. Like,
full-time mama.
no, flight attendant. I'm full-time hours.
You're getting, okay. How many hours are you getting on those weekends?
It's 72 for the month is what I get.
Oh, okay.
There are some times where she works during the week.
Yeah.
So
how much are we making from this? Because your payroll is practically nothing.
I make 54 an hour, but I'm averaging, like, my months are like 50 to 70
Huh?
a month.
Hours?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What hits your bank on an average month from your pay?
3,000.
What do you do for a living?
I work in the oil and gas industry. Yes.
He's a Texan. Okay. Oh, cool. What do you make?
Right around 120.
Wow, that's great. How old are the kids? We have kids.
Yes.
How old are kids?
2 and 4.
2 and 4. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you guys been married?
We just celebrated 6 years.
Oh, very nice. Okay. So a little different than most married couples on the show. 1, you've been married a little longer. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of newlyweds on the show. And 2, your guys' kids were within your marriage, which is maybe the first time that's ever happened on this show.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And one of you has a secret that the other doesn't know, and I don't know what the secret is, or who has it, but one of you wants to tell it. And what is it? Who has the secret? Who's the little secreter? You're the secreter?
Yeah.
What's your little secret?
I mean, it's... I just, like, pulled from, made another loan to cover a credit card so we could go on our trip.
Oh, my. Okay.
Okay.
And I didn't tell him.
What do you mean? Wait, why doesn't he get to know that? Why are we doing that without his knowledge?
Oh.
He thought you were pulling from an emergency fund. Not that that's even better, but... Actually, no, you said the trip was pre-planned.
I was going to tell him.
But you didn't, so I don't give a was. You didn't.
Well, no, I didn't tell him.
Huh?
I didn't tell him.
Why?
Because, I mean, I was going to.
But you didn't.
I just didn't want him to stress about our trip.
Yeah, why? But, like, why? Because that just... It's got my name, too, on it? Or is it just yours?
Mine.
Because
it's just mine.
It affects us both, and that... It's not really a good feeling to have that go behind my back, you know?
Yeah.
But
I think you would understand why I did it, so I didn't figure you were going to be mad.
Well,
understand why you did it. You did it for the vacation.
Correct.
And are you mad?
Yeah. I'll say mad. I'm pretty disappointed. That's kind of a big thing. I thought we were low on funds, during the month because we were taking out to pay for a trip instead of...
Take a look at his and her face and their attitudes. The wife basically has a don't care attitude, and the husband, who does not agree with what his wife is doing, handles his disappointment by being weak and hesitating. She made it quite clear that she doesn't care what he thinks.
Probably not.
I don't regret it.
What?
I don't regret the trip.
This woman took out a loan behind his back to fund a trip. Your wife does not respect you when she does something like that, and this woman claimed that she expected him to understand why she did it.
But
I think you would understand why I did it, so I didn't figure you were going to be mad.
If that is the case, why hide it? She did it because she knew her husband is a simp who will not hold her accountable.
So why are we doing them? Wait, what are we doing then? Why
I
are
just
you?
plan it,
I don't
and
agree
he
with
just
them.
goes on them. He doesn't.
I don't agree with a lot of them.
Why are we doing them then?
And we just do
because
it.
I like to travel.
Cool, but if he disagrees, why do you win? Win.
Maybe because I'm controlling. I don't know. He just does whatever. Like if I have a trip, he just packs his bag and he's like, okay, where we're going? Like when we get to the airport, like he doesn't know anything about the travel or the expenses. He just
And
goes.
you're saying you don't like that.
I don't prefer. I'd like to be at least consulted. Like, hey, let's take a trip. Okay.
Do you guys have
let's plan this out.
conversations about this, or is this the first time? Like, what are we doing?
We've had this conversation multiple times.
Why has nothing ever been addressed then?
I feel like I could be sitting on that side with you, talking to her about a lot of these financial issues.
well, I'm
or
not the
things.
only problem.
Oh, I've
I
never
am
said.
saying I'm a huge problem, but I'm saying I'm not the only problem.
I've never said I wasn't any problem.
So what is this card? Who manages this card? What do we even know what's happening on this card? Explain this card.
She kind of manages all of our financial, for the most part, which is
I'm so confused because you're complaining about the finances, but why then are you not involved? Why is she just doing it? Why is it just put upon her?
now I am involved, but a lot of it is she really enjoys doing all these things, and she gets so caught up in all the we have done where we have monthly meetings and we'll go through all of our budget and this is what we're going to go through.
But it's been
and this and
a
that.
long time.
But the second we get through this budget and halfway through the month, all of a sudden something shiny will pop up and budget went out the window. And it's not my shiny that normally pops up. I'm not innocent, and by no means, but she is the.
Does his opinion of your shiny not matter?
Yeah, it does.
But the shiny just ends up being purchased and the budget's out the window. So
He normally lets me buy whatever I want to buy.
is this true?
Yeah.
Why don't you put your foot down? I mean, there needs to
know.
be accountability in this.
Well, you can normally just give me a slap on the wrist, and then we just go about our spending. Well,
Why?
we did.
Why do you need a home there?
Oh.
We don't need a home there. I don't want to have another home over there, but she's adamant on having another home.
Have you ever won any of these purchase conversations?
I'm probably
I
going
don't
to kick
know.
him out of the house if he wins a purchase conversation.
That's false. That is so false. Like, no.
Fellas, imagine your wife telling you she will kick you out of the house if you don't go along with her ill-conceived spending that the family cannot afford, and then she laughs in your face afterwards. This lady has this man wrapped around her fingers and she knows it. If he dares to put his foot down, she will flip the script and give him an ultimatum. She has no respect for him, and therefore he cannot tell her what to do. She has been walking all over him long before this interview, and there's no turning back for her.
Do when 50% of the relationship cares.
Are you saying that he cares?
From this conversation, it's at least you haven't at least suggested that he doesn't.
He just is not like you said. He doesn't hold me accountable. He's not doing
Yeah.
the
I'm
communicating with
I'm
me
not
on the
sitting
money.
there looking
What?
at all of our budget. I'm just making sure that we are trying
What?
to reach some goals.
What can he do to hold you accountable, though? So he'll have the conversation, right? And we're not going to have him take a baseball bat and slam your head in if you don't do it. So, like, what can he do?
Well, I
He's
mean,
not
maybe
gonna
I
kick
need
you
that.
out. Okay. But obviously,
I mean, like every day. Why
you
are
spent
we
so
not
much money on Botox. Why ruin it with a bat?
I have to refix it. Freaking.
We would have to.
What can he do that would actually, take cards away from you like you're a child? Like, what can we do for you? Like, at a certain point, you do have to be a 4-year-old adult. It's that, or do we have to treat you like an infant?
She just said she need to be held accountable, but her simp of a husband cannot do that. As the interviewer said, it's like dealing with a child in a grown woman's body. She cannot handle a lion, a masculine man, because she has been cuddled by this weak husband of hers who allow her to run all over him.
But yeah, I just want a house in Florida.
But why?
I don't know.
You don't have an answer to anything.
I just have a goal, so that's my goal. Like, that's
Why
what
is that the goal versus like paying for kids' college?
I think that it's because she gets all these ideas, and whether you're working or not, with my income, you don't have to work at all.
Yeah, but I like to spend, so we do need.
But that's the part we need to work on is the spending.
I do know it. I don't know why I don't apply it.
It's because you
my
prefer
life.
the spending over the.
I have a problem. I know I have a
Well,
problem.
but your lack of addressing it, clearly you enjoy the problem more than any benefit that'll come from applying any solution. I mean, you do. You prefer the instant gratification.
Only a damn fool would want another house and not know why. She just wanted to spend and spend over and over. She has a materialistic mentality and she values her worth by what she spends on. The relationship isn't worth that much to her. As a lion, I can only blame the husband who enables this. He has been spending on her and allowing her to spend money they don't have, feeding her materialistic ego. And at the end of the day, he gets no respect from the one person who should be giving it to him.
I really think that you telling her a lot of this, because I can tell her something, and then 2 seconds later, someone else will tell her, and she'll say, "Oh, someone just told me the answer to this question when I already gave it to you." I think I'm just as guilty in all this because I'm allowing it to happen.
I think
And-
you guys just enable each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what would happen if this man magically starts standing up for himself? She is going to say he is controlling or even abusive because the marriage is built upon him being walked all over. If he was willing to walk away from this woman, she would respect him a tiny bit more. My lions, if your woman is not adding value to your life, you need to walk away. If she doesn't align with the purpose you have for your life, she will only ruin that purpose. Don't be like this simp husband. Hold tight, gone again.